Hey, this is Paul from Guitar World, and what we're going to be looking at today is the Randall Kirk Hammett signature amp, the RM100KH. Now, this is a fantastic sounding amp, and it is part of Randall's RM series of preamp modules along with an amplifier. And there's a lot to talk about, so let's take a closer look at this amp. Up until now, in order to get Kirk Hammett's signature sound, you would need several different high-gain amplifiers. But thanks to Randall and their RM series of preamp modules and amplifiers, getting Kirk's sound is a snap. Basically, what we start over here is we have these three different preamp modules voiced to Kirk's favorite amplifiers, beginning with the KH1, which is voiced after his favorite Fender twin reverb. And over here, we have a KH2, which offers a very mid-gain sound similar to some of his earlier Metallica albums, such as Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets. And finally, over here, we have the KH3 module, which allows you to get more of a rectified type of heavy gain sound, which is similar to some of the sounds he has gotten on his latest albums. The way the preamp modules work are by the thumb screws here. And you can pull these units out and swap them easily. And each one, of course, has tubes, 12AX7 tubes, which gives it the tube-like sound. And you just slip it back in, and using the thumb screws, lock it into place. And there you have your guitar sound. The beauty of Randall's RM series of amplifiers is the fact that if you want to try a different module, and once you invest in the system itself, such as an amplifier head like this, you can easily swap out different modules. And Randall offers over 20 different modules of different types of amplifier heads, and they all work within this system. The RM100KH is a 100-watt amp with 4 6L6 tubes, and it also offers a self-bias feature for the tubes as well. The Kirk Hammett signature cab is also unique in the fact that it employs 4 Celestion speakers, 2 vintage 30s, and 2 G12 75-watt speakers. Let's begin with the first module, which is the KH1, which is the clean sounding module. It's a really great sounding clean. It's also pretty snappy and bright. So let's hear what that sounds like. Let's stick with the KH1 module so you get to hear the range of sounds on just this module. Right now I have the gain about halfway and the volume at a little more than halfway. So I'll start kicking in the gain a little bit more so you can hear how much gain is on tap on this module. So as you heard, the KH1 stays pretty clean, even with the gain dimed out. When using these RM series type of heads, the magic really begins to happen when you really pull up the volume here and then slowly bring up the master. That's where you get most of the output on this type of amplifier, and that's where you get some really great harmonics out of it. Now you can experiment any which way, but I find that's the best way to approach this amplifier. Now let's move over to the KH2, which is sort of a very mid-range heavy sound, and it's got a lot of gain, and we'll hear what that sounds like. Finally, let's move over to the KH3, and this is a little bit more of a heavier sound, a little more full, and this is where Kirk gets more of his modern tones. Let's hear that. If you're a fan of Metallica and Kirk Hammett, look no further than the Kirk Hammett signature amplifier and cabinet from Randall. It's a great sounding combination if you're looking for high gain metal tones and pristine clean tones. But the beauty of this amp, of course, is at any point you can switch these modules to sculpt your own tones. Definitely check it out.